So, more Summer League games to talk about. Hell yeah. The Junkies here. Hey, basketball is life, I suppose. The Warriors, Rooks, and people to watch on the Summer League squad have been fun and hooping, so I just want to talk about them. I want to talk about mainly Brandon Podziemski, as he is our first round pick this year, and man, does he look impressive. He just looks and feels like a Warriors player already, and the fit, just looks right, and it's been a long time since we genuinely had a fit into the Warriors system like that straight from the draft, it feels like. I genuinely can't remember an actual, fit. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, hopefully some of you get me here, but I'll talk about it and then you'll maybe understand me a little more. So the guy has a very firm handle. He simply can handle the ball, which is great always, and can be an insurance ball handler for this team. But he is looking to pass, which obviously in Steve Kerr's ball movement system is just, he's not looking for his simply. And he has a ratchet. His shot looks pure, and he has not been able to completely showcase that in the summer league, as hey, there's little to no spacing next to him, but the shot looks pure, and man, some of the passing he has made and some of the passes he has made throughout Summer League so far in these two games have been so impressive. Even though his assist numbers aren't as impressive, hey, what can you do when your guys are smoking layups, man? He has been just incredible, and he should be averaging 10 assists a game, and he's averaging like 3 or 2. So it's crazy, but hey, if you watch the games, you know. And one of his most lethal weapons in college has been the floater, and he has not been making the floater as much so far here in the Summer League, but he still feels and looks, confident with that floater, so I'm sure he'll adjust. And as long as he has the confidence in that floater, hey, that's great. If you don't lose your confidence, eventually the things that you usually make will start to fall in. And for God's sake, he was setting back screens out there and just screening as a guard. Steve Kerr is out there licking his fingers watching that, right? I mean, he was out there really setting back screens in a Summer League game. Pause. So a good feel for the game. Won't do anything, out of his range, out of his, bag, and simply will make the right plays, it appears. And he just has that great feel for the game on both sides of the floor, which is something that you can't really teach. So, hey, as long as the coaching staff works with him, and he seems like a really good worker, I think he's going to be a really good player, man. Really ready to overreact to this Summer League game. So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm really impressed with Podziemski and excited to see more with in Vegas. And then you have Lester Quinones, who I talked about in the other video. Hey, man, those clickbaits have to go. And, he continued on with another solid performance. He had like 21 points today. And defensively, he has been showing a really good effort, even though it is a little questionable on that end, and he clearly knows that the defense is what will get him into the NBA on the Warriors roster. So we'll see how the defense looks throughout the Summer League and in the preseason, which I'm assuming he'll be on the roster, but we don't know for sure. And hey, the offense looks good. The shot is looking good. The handles have looked better. The finishing looks better. So everything just looks better. He's been putting in the work and it's showing. So we'll see how he looks in the preseason and if he gets a spot. I'm assuming he will get a two-way spot. I'm pretty much 99.9% sure he'll get a two-way spot. But we'll see. Maybe he actually gets a full roster spot instantly. But in my opinion, it will come in the season if he continues to perform like this and improve on his defense. So that is that with Lester Quinones. And the last but not least guy, Gui Santos, the Brazilian, the sympathetic Brazilian. He, can do a little bit of everything and seems like a player that has one of the most intriguing footwork and touch around the rim. I'm still not sure if a lot of the, layups he made today were not travels, but the shot does not even look bad. So, hey, there's some offensive player in there. And defensively, he has the effort, but he looks lost out there defensively. He, jumps on pump fakes a lot and just misses rotations, which is understandable. So maybe if, he is with the main squad, he could get to learn that from the main guys and it could get a little better. I'm not sure, but the offensive talent is there, so hopefully he gets a chance and, finds his way on the defensive end in a playable manner. But I'm not sure what is there, but I'm rooting for the guy because he seems like a really solid dude. And Trace Jackson Davis, who still has not played, should play in Las Vegas, huh? Hopefully, I hope so at least. And he signed his 4-year deal, which is crazy, but a second round pick getting a 4-year deal, career is already a success. And I'm excited to see him in Vegas as long as he plays. So hopefully he does. On the other side of the ball tonight, there was Brandon Miller, who has been catching a lot of slack for his play. And he's had more fouls than points, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he had 6 points, 7 assists, and 8 fouls today. A little over-aggressive defensively. The referees have not been great, to say the least. And it's been a rough start, but it's Summer League. And, it does not help that your teammates are a bunch of ball hawks from what I've seen in this Hornets in these first 2 games. We'll see, maybe he goes off against Wemby on Friday and everything will be forgotten, right? But, the shot looks still pure, so you are not worried about that. And the defense looks promising as long as they don't call a lot of these fouls on him and he'll, have the right body language. The body language was a little off and he was not aggressive enough. It's been weird start for him. And overall, the coverage around him getting picked over Scoot. And, with the incident that happened, which I'm still kind of confused on. So we'll see what happens with that. But can't wait to see him against Wemby, that's for sure. And shout out Amari Bailey, he looked solid out there today. He was back in the day actually a very highly touted prospect. And Kai Jones looked like Kevin Garnett and Tim Duncan on defense tonight against us. So, hey, trade for him, Warriors. You know what to do. And then I watched the Kings game. Keegan Murray was hooping, which was great. Trying out the bag against NBA environment competition. I don't mind it, actually, since he actually, played a completely different role other than he, contrary to what he plays with the Kings. So, I don't mind it. Good entertainment. He had a 40-piece. And hey, if you want to play, love of the game, man, love of the game. On the Heat side, Jaime, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Jaime, Jacques Jr. had a great first game today. Shoulder issues looked rough, but hey, the Heat know what they're doing, so hey, I'm really excited to see him with the Heat. And Nikola Jovic, goddamn, Nikola Jovic looks really solid offensively. And the package is there. So next to Bam could be something. Hopefully he gets some minutes this year. And, unless he gets traded for them. And lastly, I want to give a huge shout out to Julian Champagne. I'm not sure how to pronounce it once again. I'm sorry. From the Spurs. He looks really good. He looks like a player and he has a guaranteed contract on the Spurs and he does not belong out there with the Summer League guys, that's for sure. And shout out to Malachi Branham, who had his moments last season as a rook on that San Antonio team that, yeah, we all know it wasn't good, but he had his moments. Hooped tonight, played really well against the Lakers, shout out to him. So, yeah, there's that from what I caught of Summer League. I have not been watching it fully, but I did watch the Warriors. I did watch some of the Kings games, some of the Kings Heat game, and I did watch a lot of possessions on Twitter at least, so hey, I know what I'm talking about, surely. Any Summer League takeaways from you all? Anybody you are impressed with, you are not impressed with? Let me know in the comment section, or do you not watch Summer League at all and you just want a detox from basketball? Let me know, and I'll catch you all with some other videos this summer.